Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Girl, sit down. No, seriously, put your purse down and order a double because you are not going to believe the absolute nightmare I have been living in for the last 24 hours. I am shaking. Look at my hands. I am physically shaking. You know how I always say my kids are the easy ones? You know, straight-A students, orchestra geeks, never in trouble. Well, forget everything I've ever bragged about because my life has turned into an episode of Law and Order, middle school unit. It started a couple of weeks ago. My 12 and 13-year-old boys asked to hang out at a friend's house. My husband texted back, "Sure, go ahead, be back by dinner." Simple, right? I walk through the front door at 5:15 p.m. expecting noise, but the house is funeral silent. I walk into the living room and there they are. My husband is standing there with his arms crossed, looking like he's about to chew through a brick wall. And the boys? They are huddled on the couch, looking like they just committed a bank heist. They are sullen, refusing to make eye contact. I look at my husband and ask, "Okay, what happened?" He says, "Boys, you have something you want to tell your mother." Silence. I snapped. I said, "If one of you doesn't start speaking English in the next 5 seconds, I am canceling the internet for a year." Then the waterworks started. My husband finally spills the tea. And girl, when I tell you my jaw hit the floor. So apparently, my two geniuses and their friend decided to be little influencers. They saw a TikTok trend about how cool it is to go urban exploring. But they didn't go to an old factory. They targeted the vacant flipper house directly across the street from us. They walked right up, found the door unlocked, and let themselves in. But it wasn't just that they went in, it's how they got caught. As they were leaving the house, a squad car rolls by. A police officer saw them and catches them red-handed on the porch. Can you imagine? My kids, the ones who cry if they get a B-, standing there getting grilled by the cops. The officers walked them over to our driveway. My husband went out there, and the cops were lecturing them, saying, "This is trespassing." The cops ended up taking the friend home in the back of the cruiser. Before they left, the officers told my husband, "Look, we know they're good kids. We hope we never have to see them in a situation like this again." The boys were sobbing. It seemed like a scared straight moment. We confiscated everything. Phones gone. Consoles gone. Grounded for 2 weeks. They took it. They were humble. They've been angels for the last 2 weeks. My husband and I talked about it, and we really thought it was over, that we had dodged a bullet and they had learned their lesson. But girl, pass me the bottle. It was not over. Today, literally today, I go to the mailbox. I'm flipping through bills and then I see 2 letters, official-looking letters, addressed to MY children. My stomach dropped into my shoes. I ripped them open right there in the driveway. It wasn't a warning. It wasn't a "Hey, don't do that again" note. It is a notice to appear in court, for both of them. I almost passed out. I'm reading this paper, and the deposit amounts listed, basically fines you can pay to make it go away, total almost $900. $900? I don't have an extra grand just laying around in the sofa cushions to pay for my kids' stupidity. But that's not even the part that has me spiraling. It's the charge. I looked it up. The citation says 943.14, criminal trespass to dwellings. I started frantically Googling. The Wisconsin State Legislature website says this is a Class A misdemeanor. A misdemeanor. Do you know what that means? That's a criminal record. My 12-year-old plays the cello. My 13-year-old wants to be an engineer. They are straight-A students. They have never even had detention, and now they are facing a Class A misdemeanor for walking into an empty house because they saw it on TikTok. I am so confused and I am so scared. The letter says we can pay the $900 prior to the court date and we don't have to appear. But if I pay it, does that mean my preteens officially have a criminal record? Does that stay with them? Will they have to check the "Have you ever been convicted of a crime" box when they apply for college? I can't just pay it. First, I'm broke. But second, I can't let them have a record for this. So I told my husband, we are going to court. I want to beg the judge. I want to show the judge that these are good, stupid, sheltered kids who made one mistake. But I am terrified. What if the judge decides to make an example out of them? The police acted like it was just a warning. They never said, expect a summons and a potential criminal conviction. I feel blindsided. They didn't break anything. They didn't steal anything. Is this normal? Is this always a misdemeanor in Wisconsin? I am freaking out. My husband is furious, I'm crying, and the kids, I haven't even told them yet. They're upstairs doing homework, thinking their punishment ends in a few days. Little do they know, we might be heading to a courtroom. I feel like a failure of a mother. How did I raise kids who would do something this dumb? And how is the legal system this harsh on actual children? Tell me I'm not crazy for wanting to fight this. God, give me strength, and pour me another drink.